Welcome back, everybody, to the Daily Show where we discuss and do technical analysis for big mega cap stocks. So, show your support by hitting that thumbs up button, and that is greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing, and that means a lot to me. Now, if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, my analysis in 3 days of live trading, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple stock, absolutely flat on the day, and Apple gave us another opportunity today to buy the dip at 170, and we sold at 173 for a nice profit, and it was much cheaper. Especially Apple calls are much cheaper than buying Meta calls or puts or Nvda, even Tesla. Those are not cheap. So Apple once again, and this is the fourth trade since last week, and Apple stock again paying today, guys. So Apple was great, and now holding 173, and if that holds tomorrow, maybe we get to see a push up to 175 to 177. We also have earnings coming, and that is next month, but this is gonna be key level to watch. 170, and if that gives up, I mean, it came slightly under 170, you're going to see that gap getting filled at 167. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. And this is the easiest way you can get in touch with me right here on X, and you can ask me anything you want if you need help with anything. Now, here's the trade that we took this morning. Tesla went above and beyond. Even if you caught the dip at 210, you made good money on Tesla. This thing ran close to 220, 216 and some change. So Tesla was a nice winner. Apple was a nice winner. And then, of course, SPY, we took those calls, Lotos, or if you got, Friday expiration, anything you bought this morning, you made good money here in this market. Now, these ideas I only share with my Patreon group. So if you're interested, check out the link below down in the description. So on Tesla, absolutely flat on the day, nothing big, but we saw a lot of buyers coming in and buying up the dip close to 200. So now that is a big level where we found some buyers with high volume buying today and pushing the price up to 217, and then getting a rejection and coming back down and holding right here where we held before at around 212. So Tesla above 212, watch out for a move up to 216, 220, maybe up to this 5-day moving average right here, 228.34, and we also have this massive gap on top at 242. Now 212 gives up, definitely you're going to see a dump off all the way down to 200. On Meta, it's up 1.74%, and look at this dip here on Meta, not quite touching 305 and then going back up and taking out 312 right here, and now trading just under 316, holding 20-day moving average right here, and 312 also as support level to watch. Now we got moving average right here, 20-day moving average, and the support 312, so that's going to be a strong level to watch. And if that gives up, you could see a dump off down to 305 and then 303 to 300. To the upside, 316 to 317, 13-day moving average right here can break on Meta, then you are going to see a quick trip all the way up to 326, and we also have earnings coming Wednesday night on Meta, so this thing still can run, and I think Meta can get above right here, 316 to 317 definitely opens the door for a big move all the way up to 326. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.11%, and Amazon, look at this dip, 123. We saw a couple of weeks ago right here, again 123, and then what happened? Huge move to the upside, getting up to 128. That is insane in just a couple of hours. Now again, end of the day, holding 126, which is good here on Amazon, but look at these Bollinger Bands are squeezing. Bottom one here at 123.35, and the top one 133. So something has to give, something is coming, and that is earnings, and we could see a big move up or a big move to the downside on Amazon. 126, 123 key level, and below that 118. And to the upside, look at where we got rejected. 128 got really close to 128, getting rejected by this negative sloping 20-day moving average right here. So above 126, you could see a move up to 128 tomorrow. And only if that breaks, watch out for 130, 133, and maybe before earnings, which I don't think is going to happen, this gap getting filled at 135.20. On Google stock, it's up 0.85%. Now, we talked about it in my video in details in my last video that came out Saturday night, that Google 135 would be an absolute dip buy, and if you caught it, kudos to you, you made money. And then what happened? Rallied all the way up to 139, got rejected by this these two moving averages right here, 13 and 5, and came down and holding pretty much right at the support around 138. So Google 139, 140 resistant to watch, and the support 138, 136.95, and especially this support that we held today, 135, pretty much right at the money, guys. I mean, 135, this cannot get any better. Google, we have earnings tomorrow night, so this could be a market moving event tomorrow and going into tomorrow night. So keep an eye on Google. We could see a nice 4 to 5% move on Google to the upside or to the downside. That actually depends on earnings, so we will find out tomorrow night. On Microsoft, it's up 0.81%. Now, this is another one that we talked about it in my video, my last video, that if you see a dip around this level, I mean, look at this. I mean, this thing getting down to 324.39, holding this trend line, and it's above 20-day moving average right here. Look at this, guys. 324, right? And what do you know? You saw a big rally, and that is a $7 rally to the upside and still holding. You know, if you caught this dip, you're still up at least $4 or $5 from your entry right here. So Microsoft was a nice play also. And obviously, you know, I'm more into Apple because it's cheaper, so I took Apple, but Microsoft definitely was a dip buy also here. And if you had a stop, maybe 15-20%, you could have made a lot of money. And that is why, you know, watching these levels, taking a note, and putting into your trade, that's the only way you can make money in this market. If you're just going blindly and buying anything anywhere, you're not going to make anything, and especially your account can get hit by just entering anything anywhere. So Microsoft, if you look at my screen, now it needs to get above 330, and if that happens tomorrow, a quick trip up to 339 possible. And then we have, I mean, this is one of the biggest name out there, Microsoft, the second biggest stock, you know, after Apple. We got earnings tomorrow. Big support down here again, same level, around 325, 324, and if that gives up, a quick flush down to 316, and above 330, watch out for a move up to 339, and it can go there because Bollinger Band on top already expanded up to 339, so easy, this thing can run above 330. I mean, look at this rejection today, and that's because the market also sold off. You know, everything kind of came down, but this one was holding. So I mean, multiple days, not one time. I mean, look at how many times this thing was holding right here after this breakout. So you want to buy something like this, I mean, as long as it's not a fake breakout, which is not in this case. So far it's respecting and holding this line and also these moving averages right here. So that is a good trading stock right here if you're trading on a breakout. On Nvidia stock, it's up 3.84% and now up another 0.5%. And what is fueling that rally here on Nvidia? Of course, it was oversold. And when things get oversold on a big stock like Nvidia, you will see a relief rally. Now, you cannot get fooled by these relief rallies on Nvidia because look at this one here. Huge green candle, popped, and then dropped. Here's another one, popped. We got some follow through, but at the end came back. And now we got another one. We do have some unfinished business on top, this gap. So, you know, I'm not rolling it out that Nvidia cannot come up here. of course, within one day, I mean, look at this bounce, 409 to 430 to 48. That is insane, guys. So Nvidia now holding above 420. That's going to be a level to watch. Also holding 5-day moving average right here, this blue line, 425. Now, Nvidia can stay above 425 to 420. Then watch out for a move up to 441.37 and then the gap above just under 450. Now, Nvidia gives up 425, 420. It's coming right back down to right here, this trend line. And that is around 410, and then lower Bollinger Band down here at 407. We also have support at 400, and then the gap below down here, 395. On Netflix is up 1.47%, and this one, I think I was the only one who played today, especially for the members. I don't think any one of you guys actually played Netflix when I called it out. This one got in at 400, 410, only 2 contract, nothing big. And then what happened? Look at this, 407. I sold way early. I think 404.75. That's where I got out, and now it's trading at 407. So I mean, it's still a good move, you know, $4 or $5 to the upside. On my option, this thing paid. So Netflix now holding 406, and why that was a dip buy and why I bought the dip at 400. 50-day moving average right here. It was holding on Friday, and it was holding again today. So I had to buy this dip right here, and this thing really worked out nicely. Now 406 can hold the next stop, 418 to 419, and below 406, 400. So watch out. This thing could be a runner in next few days. This is not it. This gap up. I think there is more upside here on Netflix, and this thing can move higher, especially now that, you know, we do not have any more earnings coming on Netflix anytime soon, and they really had a nice earnings on this big day, and now this thing can move even higher. On AMD, it's down on the day where we saw a big name like Nvidia going up, and this one not really getting any big moves to the upside. And so far, I mean, it's holding above daily 200-day moving average, and that is around 98. We also have support at 100, but it needs to get above 105. 105 breaks, then watch out for this move up to 110, and that is when this inverse head and shoulder can play out. I mean, I'm still not rolling it out. I mean, that's just one day here. Tomorrow, if this thing can bounce and you know, get right in this channel again and possibly can break and hold 105, then of course you're going to see more upside up to 110, and this is where, you know, you're going to see inverse head and shoulder playing out to the upside if this thing actually breaks and holds 110 as a support. The next support 100, and below that watch out for $98, and that's going to be the daily 200-day moving average on AMD. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.